but does a lot of that. He was also the biologist of the year in 2004 and 2013. So I present you Benny Farrar, 35 years as a good employee and a good human being. And here is your letter. Again, good job, Benny. And you have to limit this to 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Thank you guys for all the opportunities and the people that hired me as a farm kid with a little bit of education a long time ago. I didn't know what the wildlife department did, and I'm still not clear on all of it. But there's been so many changes, as we all know. We're not going to go into all that, but it's all been good. I've been doing it long enough that I've seen kids on my youth hunts show up and kill their first deer or turkey. Now they're bringing their kids back. You know, like my wife, she's taught fourth graders that are now teaching fourth grade. You know, after you do it a while, and that's all good. I'm to the point that people ask all the time. I tell them I'm offended. I told Mickey that this morning of when I'm going to retire. You know, and I don't know what that looks like, but I know since August 1st, I've controlled burned over 4,500 acres. And I don't know anyone that will let me, that has that many acres, that will let me do that, let alone pay me to do it. So I enjoy my job. I love the habitat work. I like working for the public, and I think these WMAs are just that. We do what we do 10, 11 months out of the year for this week, right, starting up. And I feel like I've really put my life into that and love doing it. And thank you for the opportunity. And I want to thank Bill Dinkins, 27 years ago, stood up for me and gave me the chance to move to James Collins, in which I personally think is the best WMA in the state. So thank you all.
So both these guys we're recognizing today are two of the guys that they don't spend a lot of time in the central office. They're not that high profile in Oklahoma City, but they're high profile where they live, work, and play. Matter of fact, this morning, Benny, I got to poke at you a little bit. I said, man, you're not up here much. I'm glad you made it. And he said, yeah, I try not to be here. You have to be here when you retire? So, I was thinking about maybe the 2 times he's got to be here, this and when he retires, but we're going to make him show up at his retirement party. Okay, we're moving on up. We got Jerry Henry, law enforcement, 40 years. I've always said, you get 20 some in, it's a lifetime. 40 is like forever. You're in the 40-year club. That says something. So current position, Sequoyah County, date of hire, 1985. There's probably people in here that weren't even born in 1985. Truly a lifetime of dedication and love for what we do, what he does, and we appreciate that. In 85, he was hired as warden at Okmulgee County, and in 1987 transferred to Sequoyah County, and you've been permanent there ever since, right? So he is a permanent fixture in the county, the community, and the state. So, Jerry, that's 40. A couple other notable items. I didn't know this. You are an avid NASCAR fan, among other things, and he's kind of an Earnhardt fan, especially. Avid angler. Everybody knows he's into big stripers and uses a lot of trout for bait, but one of these days I'm going to go fishing with him. They're not just stripers, they're big stripers. So he's got that one dialed in and figured out. He's an avid big game hunter. What does he hunt? Deer, elk, pronghorn, really anything that you can hunt. Turkey. He said this morning that he's already been on an elk hunt. 3 of 4 guys killed an elk in Colorado. That's pretty successful. 3 of 4 kill bulls. That's a hunter right there. So he loves it all, like many of us, and it's in his DNA. He's an avid Sooner fan. Okay, we'll move on from that one. Everything else was good up until that. Everybody's got, it's like a bird dog. There's no such thing as perfect. Every dog's got something wrong. I guess every human does. His new priority is 3 grandsons recently added to the family, so they're probably getting ready to experience deer, elk, pronghorn, and turkey as well. So Jerry, 40 years is no light duty. Come on up here, and you're limited to 30 minutes as well. And big hand for Jerry Henry, 40 years.
Man, it's hard to believe that 40 years have went by. It's been really fast. I always tell everybody I got my first inspiration. I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to remember Flipper, with the TV show. The dad was a game warden, conservation officer in Florida. So ever since I was a kid, seeing that was kind of my dream. And, now I'm there, and it's like, when I just turned 62, it's like hard to believe where it's all went so fast. But it's been a very enjoyable career. I couldn't have done anything that I know of that I would have enjoyed more. Except maybe driving NASCAR. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Jared. Thank you.
Two of the best right there. Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll have the presentation and consideration to approve, amend, reject, or take other actions on a $5,000 donation from the Oklahoma Hunters and Anglers in support of the development and construction of the new archery complex in Arcadia Conservation Education Area. Micah Holmes, Chief of Communication and Education, Damon Springer, Senior Communication of Education Specialist, and Rick Nolan, President of the Oklahoma Hunters and Anglers.
Thank you. Come on up, Damon. Damon, I was thinking this morning, he was the first like real life wildlife department employee that I knew. That made him the coolest guy I knew. So he's still pretty cool now. Damon started his at the beginning of his career. He was working at the Arcadia Education Area. He was the fishing instructor and helped build that facility out there. I think all of you have been out there. So we're on to the next phase, building an archery facility out there. So that's what Rick and Damon here to tell us about.
All right, thank you for having us today. So Arcadia Conservation Education Area, the archery complex that we're designing out there, we're in the middle of our environmental assessment. We should be done with that hopefully here in the next few months. And we're actually trying to get our engineer in place. And it's taken a little longer than we had expected, but not any project goes 100% all the time, so got to keep working at it. But that's where we are on that project, and when we do get that all set up and done, it is going to be a state-of-the-art facility right here in the metro. And we've got people that are just chomping at the bit to get out there and use it already. So I know it's going to be a very popular area and something we're going to be proud of. And folks like Oklahoma Hunters and Anglers is some of those folks that are helping us make this happen with this donation, and they see the benefit that it's going to be there. So I want to turn this over to Rick Nolan and let he wants to say a few words, and I think he has a little PowerPoint as well.
Thank you. And that PowerPoint is not on the front page. Don't know if it's going to load or not, but at any rate, I was thinking on my drive in this morning, the Oklahoma Deer Hunting Conference is kind of the driving factor behind the OHA. That's our flagship event every year. We have it in August. It's our 7th year that we just completed. And we set a number of records this year. Number of record in attendance and folks that supported us, our partners. In fact, I guess we're not going to get there. Well, the second slide shows the ODWC's. The number of people from the wildlife department that supported the deer conference just blew me away. We started out 7 years ago with 3 folks from the wildlife department. We had 25 people in attendance to our first deer hunting workshop, we called it then. And we grew from that to 20 or so from the wildlife department that helped us this year. If the slideshow worked, I could show you their names. But in any event, it just blew me away. The support we had, we had 251 folks sign up to attend the conference. We set a record for women, the women's group. In the past, we've had a double handful of ladies show up to their class, and this year we had standing room only in the room. But the big success of the whole conference boiled down to we managed to raise a few extra dollars for the OHA. And at the end of the conference, we counted our pennies, and we decided that last year we gave $1,000. This year we're going to be able to give $5,000. And of course, that coupled with a 9-to-1 match for the archery project, that put $50,000 worth of boots on the ground. And for that, we're very thankful for the commission for accepting that, for the support of the wildlife department, and more importantly, support of all the hunters and anglers in Oklahoma. That's made the Oklahoma Hunters and Anglers a growing organization and possible to do these things. And there's the list. So you can see from the color guard, which if you guys haven't witnessed the color guard presenting the colors, man, that puts a frog in your throat. But I won't read the list. You can look at that. And man, everybody was so good to support us, Lance and everybody. So anyway, we appreciate that, and I would offer this $5,000 to go towards the archery program in Arcadia.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rick.
I'd entertain a motion to approve that donation.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Chapman?
Aye.
Commissioner Dill?
Aye.
Commissioner Dillingham?
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry?
Aye.
Commissioner Zell?
Aye.
Commissioner Barwick?
Aye.
Commissioner Kane?
Aye.
Commissioner Holder?
Aye. Okay, now we'll have the presentations in consideration to approve and amend, reject, or take other action on a $1,000 donation from the Oklahoma chapter of Quail Forever to the Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Foundation Midway USA Endowment to support OWC's shooting programs. Micah Holmes.
As soon as this commission meeting is over, Damon's going to get out of a suit and tie and head up to Woodward to help out with the FFA program. Is there a couple shoots up there? Yeah, a couple of shoots. So this is the season where Damon and communication education staff spend a lot of time on the road helping out with FFA shoots. In the spring, we have our Oklahoma Scholastic Shooting Sports Program activities. So all those events take a lot of manpower and resources to run, so we appreciate Quail Forever giving us a donation. So Damon's going to tell us a little bit more about the program.
All right, so another part of my job is the shotgun education program. And as he said, we do the FFA sporting clays for them every year, and we're kicking that off and heading, this is our first ones for this year. We'll be going through about mid-November, about 6 different events and all over the state and all 4 corners. So probably about 1,600 kids that'll be involved in that over those shoots. So we're real proud of that. And the other part of this, the Shotgun Training Education Program, is our public program, obviously, that we do for Quail Forever folks when they do some of their programs out there in the fields. And then also if, you know, a church or some other men's group or something wants a program like that, then we try to accommodate them if we can. And we have several trailers around the state that we do those beginner education shooting events for them, give them an opportunity to do some shotgun shooting. And then our other program, obviously, is the Scholastic Shooting Sports Program, which is our high school program that is our track-based high school shooting competitions that we do. Actually, that's the culmination of it. We actually train the teachers just like we do with archery in the schools, and we have the teachers then go back to the schools, start their teams, and they're the coaches there at the school level, and then we give them that opportunity to come to regionals and hopefully then go on to state. And those happen in April of every year. And again, we have about 15 to 1,800 kids that are involved in that as well, and they shoot trap on that one. So that all this money from the Quail Forever Foundation or group here is also going to help with all of those programs. And the way we're doing this, putting it into the foundation endowment, it will then be matched by Midway USA Foundation. And then every year, there'll be a percentage of the money that can be taken out, and that goes directly into my budget here at the agency that can be used for all of these shooting programs, buying ammo or targets or anything that we need for that program. So it's a great way that we can do this, and we're thankful to the foundation for being able to offer that as well, and to Quail Forever. So I'm going to introduce Mr. McCabe here, Sean McCabe, with the foundation, and he's going to help accept this. And I'm going to turn this over to Laura MacGyver and James Deesh with Quail Forever.
And Kevin Bennett.
And Kevin
Bennett.
Bennett. Okay, sorry, I didn't have that one down there.
Good morning. Good to see you all. I want to thank the game wardens in particular that help with this program with our chapters, because without them being the instructors to help put these learn to shoot events on, it would definitely make it more challenging. So definitely want to say thank you, shout out to you all. Delighted to be able to partner in the sense of being able to match that. I think that's tremendous. I am encouraging my chapters that utilize this program to pay it forward and to give back so that they also walk the talk. So anyway, I'm pleased to introduce James Deach and Kevin and to let them tell about their donation.
20 years ago, the Central Oklahoma chapter of Quail Forever, celebrating 20 years, the national organization back in 2005 said, let's get Quail Forever started, part of Pheasants Forever. We jumped right on board. And in the beginning, we've always hosted an annual shotgun clinic, getting folks out, beginners, introduce them to shotguns in the right way. In the beginning, we were buying our own clays, buying our own ammo, using our own personal shotguns, cleaning our own personal shotguns, until we got a partnership with Damon and this STEP program, and he does most of our work now, and we've donated the program before, but it has been quite some time, so we talked around at our meeting and decided, hey, it's time to give back. So we've came up with $1,000 donation, talking to Lance, getting it matched is the way we always go. We're always about matching funds. So that's part of our education and outreach. We're mainly the Habitat organization, try to throw dollars toward Habitat, but this is well deserved, and we appreciate the partnership we have with them.
Do you want to say anything? Sure, absolutely.
Good morning. So I just want to extend the deepest appreciation for you guys and what you're doing here as far as grassroots efforts in Oklahoma, and even more so for the impact that it's making for the programs for our youth, hopefully continuing on with those adventures as they grow and passing along to the generations. You're doing things that are absolutely incredible for this entire space. So thank you all for doing that. As for the gift, I think it's absolutely incredible to add that into the Midway USA Foundation that we have that then generates the monies that Damon can utilize to help implement these programs. So again, to the commission and everyone here, just to recognize their efforts, it doesn't go unnoticed, greatly appreciated of that and your support in working through those things. So again, thank you guys.
Oh, there we go. Real one. Done this a
That one
couple
was
of times.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the donation.
Second.
Commissioner Chapman? Aye. Commissioner Fields? Aye. Commissioner Dillingham?
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry?
Aye.
Commissioner Zelps?
Aye.
Commissioner Barwick?
Aye.
Commissioner King?
Aye. Okay, we'll have a consideration and vote to approve, amend, or reject, or take other action on 29 OS Section 3-103A, authorization of special permits for certain designated species by order of commission. Wade Free.
Okay, so this is a follow-up from last year where the commission may by order issue special permits for certain species. Last year, we did one antelope and one elk tag only, to be auctioned off at the Wildlife Foundation Gala. So that's a re-ask for an additional, not an additional, but again, one antelope, one elk to be auctioned off at this year's gala. That brought in $16,000 last year, which was put back into our Hunters Against Hunger program, which directly benefits everyone, primarily people that harvest deer, antlerless deer, and need a place to go with them. So we are recommending a vote on one elk, one antelope tag to again be auctioned off at this year's gala.
Is that either sex?
Excuse me?
Is that either sex?
Yeah, they typically go for the buck antelope and the bull elk.
But the tag will be
Yeah.
either sex.
Yeah.
All right, I have a motion.
Motion approved.
Commissioner Chapman? Commissioner Gill? Commissioner Dillingham? Commissioner Mabry?
Aye.
Commissioner Zelf?
Aye.
Commissioner Barlow?
Aye.
Commissioner Kane?
Aye.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Aye.
So if Sean does a good job or a better job this year, we should double that, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. High expectation.
All right, next we'll have a consideration, vote, and approve, reject, take action on the minutes from our September 8th meeting. Entertain a motion to approve.
Motion approved.
Second.
Commissioner Chapman? Commissioner Gill?
Aye.
Commissioner Dillingham?
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry?
Aye.
Commissioner Zelf?
Aye.
Commissioner Barlow?
Aye.
Commissioner Kane?
Aye.
Commissioner Holbrook?
Aye. All right, Wade, Director's report.
All right, I'll get right into calendar items. As everybody knows, we kicked off a pretty strong archery season with some pretty good looking bucks being harvested already, given it's 80 to 90 degrees out there. I guess folks are getting it done early and late. Had some good bucks killed, does killed, some elk shot, really nice southwest elk or two, if you've seen any of those pictures. And then we did pretty good on the pronghorn season as well. Now, on October 7th, you heard a little bit about it, we're going to have the Northwest Region FFA shoot at Woodward and Fort Supply. On the 9th, we have the Southwest Region FFA shoots at Altus. On the 11th, Waterfowl Hunting 101 workshop at Arcadia Conservation Education Area. October 14th, 15th, FFA shoot in Coweta. 23rd of October is the shoot in Stillwater. October 25th, Okmulgee WMA Field Day. And October 28th is the Okmulgee Archery Day. So, pretty busy over in the Okmulgee area. You gonna be able to make any of those?
Yes.
Yeah. Then on November 5th, we have another FFA shoot. It's a shotgun shoot at Broken Bow. So a lot going on. You've heard some of us say September kicks everything off and we get into October and then here it goes. So busy time out there, and it's the time of year we all love. I'll get into the agency updates and go through this pretty quick. In admin, HR worked a booth at the OSU Career Fair. Licenses worked with Department of Veteran Affairs to create a data sharing process to make it more efficient to verify hunter and angler qualifications for disability licensing. Sometimes that can be difficult. This will simplify that. And then IT section found a cost-effective solution to recycle old devices. That was going to cost us thousands of dollars. And through Drew and our IT team, we figured out a way to get that basically for no cost. So we saved some good money there, and you'd be surprised at the number of items and things we have to recycle. So recycling looks basically like a hammer mill, basically. If you ever knew what a hammer mill was, it's a grind and grind stuff up into minute fragments. Fisheries division, some bass tournament stuff. Anybody ever fish a bass tournament? It's quite a deal, and it's quite busy, quite organized. In 2023, 2024, bass tournament activity in the state remained consistent with over 1,600 permits issued. And the impressive thing is the reporting rates were 92% each year. The permits covered 86 lakes in 23, 72 in 24, 6 lakes hosting more than 20 tournaments annually. This is pretty crazy. Grand Lake and Ten Killer were among the most active. Nearly 85,000 bass were weighed each year, averaged 2.3 pounds. And tournaments average about 19 boats, and notably trophy bass included 38 fish over 8 pounds from 13 different lakes.
Wait, can I just say I want to recognize the Oklahoma High School Fishing Association, what they're doing. I mean, their program is getting kids on the lakes. They've got a canoe division, they've got a bass boat division. I mean, it's a really, really neat deal that they're doing, and that's a big part of that right there. So I just want to say we recognize what they're doing, and it's a great group.
So at the high school level and collegiate level, for those of us that went through the wildlife programs at OSU and other places back then, if these things would have been available, we'd have been like going crazy for this stuff. So kids don't know how good they have it. How about if you're a deer hunter in 2025 compared to back in the day? There's some great opportunity out there. So I'd have been fighting to be on one of those teams. Archery alike, so pretty impressive. Fishery sampling, regional staff have conducted hoot net surveys across the state to assess channel catfish populations. For example, Dead Warrior Lake, 267 fish, Skip Out Lake, 520 fish. There may be some in here that don't know where Dead Warrior or Skip Out Lake is, but we're sampling. Collecting ODWC for age analysis, and then we're doing additional creel surveys. So it really doesn't matter if it's bluegill, stripers, catfish, or you name it. We're out there trying to figure out what anglers are doing and what their needs are. And then late summer activity, preparing for fall sampling, looking to and have been installing habitats. You've heard about Shelbyville cubes, cedar trees, and other hardwood habitats that our crews spend a lot of hours on putting in lakes for habitat work. Shifting into C&E division, Damon Springer and Colby Cook ran a step event for the Oklahoma City Gun Club. This is pretty impressive. It's their Women on Target program. 400 women participated, making it the largest event of its kind. That's impactful. That's not an 8 or 10 person activity. That's pretty cool stuff. The event continues to grow in scope and impact. The busy training season is now wrapped up with the train the teacher approach. It allows the department to leverage our efforts to train trainers because we don't have enough manpower or women power to do it ourselves. Education workshops at the Arcadia Conservation Education area this summer certified 129 teachers, and Damon and Pakewise and Colby Cook 120 FFA teachers as hunter ed instructors. So training the trainer. Also, Pake and Aaron Ralston produced a Learn to Hunt episode using recently designed Pod Lab Studio. And if you haven't seen some of our podcasts, pretty cool information, and they're really becoming popular. Work towards our R3 efforts. C&E is ramped up and busy this year with website updates and different visitors. Website traffic saw a 56% increase in September compared to August, so people are working it. Wildlife Division, staff continued to prepare WMAs for opening days of several major hunting seasons, and several of those are wide open, including archery that we mentioned. We submitted our state wildlife action plan renewal, completed, and Bill is actively involved in acquisition, completed 3 land acquisitions, Drummond, Lexington, and Deep Fork. And our turkey breed survey summer show, I think it's better, but it says decent recruitment. I think we're seeing some rebound on turkey numbers. Commissioner Holder, I can remember it wasn't too long ago, we were showing an 80% decline in turkey numbers in the Southwest, so.
I think we've had a really good year this year.
Yeah.
We actually, people are stealing really small turkeys right now, which I've never heard of this late in the season, so.
Yeah, a lot of broods in multiple age classes, so same with quail. Continuing shooting range work on the WMAs, and then we wrapped up our elk hunts, Cookson WMA and Cherokee, where the hunters each killed a bull. One was a 7x8 on Cookson and a 6x6 on Cherokee. And in law enforcement, D1 and D2 wardens, Jeremy Bershey, Jake Bershey, Green, Rowling, Grace, Tilly, and Captain Jinks, served a search warrant at a resident north of Barnsdall. Commissioner Kane, Bird Creek just seems to be popular. Talked about it last time. It was a Bird Creek incident where they observed gill netters and illegal fish traps on Bird Creek behind a residence. Well, they ended up seizing nets, fish, John boats, filed 62 charges on 5 people. And they were all New York DLs, so I guess the county's pretty popular with New Yorkers. Osage County deputies and agents from the Attorney General's office assisted with the warrant since, again, maybe like last time, there was a large marijuana grow. In D6, Warden Clem investigated a license fraud case. Believe it or not, a non-resident bought a resident license before he moved here, and he paid the ticket. He also killed 3 deer falsely. So we're continuing to look into non-resident license sales, particularly when it comes to deer. And then wardens reported to a slower than normal either sex antelope hunt. If you've ever antelope hunted Cimarron County, Texas, you can verify, Commissioner Barwick, that numbers are down, rebounding some, but we've gone to all-time highs of around 3,000, 3,200 head back in the day, down below 1,000. I think we've been, Bill, down around 700-800 estimate on our surveys, but numbers are down but rebounding because it's been raining, so in the future years, next 2 years, we'll see a market improvement, I would guess.
I did get one, so it's possible.
You got one? Oh, so anybody can get one.
That's the only one I saw, too.
I got a jab back, right? So I also was glad to hear when Commissioner Deal was in a deer stand October 1st. I'm like, you go. I did become a little frustrated with the skills when he said, is the rut on? What happens in your
That was never said.
I'm jabbing.
From a man that didn't go hunting over the weekend.
I made that up. But if you don't know, we're always jabbing. And I say I'd never pass up an opportunity to jab, right? That was an ask on one of the forums on Facebook. Is the rut on? That poor guy, man, they lit him up. It's ruthless out there. He probably was a beginning hunter, doesn't know. He just said, are they chasing? Like, that was the wrong thing to ask.
Mr. Barber would see in your office after the meeting.
Right. Okay, now we're even. Anyway, slower than normal pronghorn, even though Commissioner did happen to kill one. It's tough. If you're killing a pronghorn, you're working at it, and it's pretty tough. We had a good presence, even though numbers were down. Literally had wardens Gearhart, Badley, Leonard, League, Rolling, Baker, and Bickerstaff all out there. We've been doing that for years, so we're out there amongst them, meeting the hunters, helping landowners, and making sure we have a good pronghorn hunt. One of the best in the country, I think. We just need those numbers up. And that is all I have. Encourage everybody to get out there. I have not been bow hunting, but I am working some bird dog puppies. Looking forward to November. Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you, Wade. All right, Andrea Cruz, Chief of Administration, will give us our financial report.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, today we're talking about the August financials, so July 1 through August 31st of 2025. This first slide is the one that we introduced this year, which shows our expenditures relative to the budget. So relative to the $96,776,991 budget, through August, we had spent $8,945,536, which is 9% of the overall budget. And this next one. Oh, stay. Okay. This next one is the expenditures from the cash flow perspective, and this is the more traditional point that we've had in our financials. And the difference is that oftentimes, you're still expending FY25 funds. So this is relative just from one year to the next. For the first 2 months of fiscal year 26, we spent $13,582,908 compared to this time last year, which was $14,985,600 for a change of 9%. Looking at a portion of our revenue, this is the Go Outdoors, things that are sold through the Brant system. And this time through August, $3,095,140 compared to this time last year, $2,841,431. And in your package, you have the bigger table with all the rest of the revenue pieces. This next slide is the cash balance of our revolving funds. $16,159,143 as of August 31st. This next slide is the combined balances across all of the different trust funds, and the next 3 slides are the deeper dive into the big ones. But at this level, across all of them, the balance as of August 31st was $347,718,662, compared to the same time last year, $313,762,546. This slide looks at the Lifetime Trust Fund. As of the beginning of the July 31st, the balance was $168,809,863. You can see the activity throughout the month, which left us with a balance of $173,476,826. This next one is the Pension Defined Benefit Trust Fund. The beginning balance for the month was $153,958,404. Net activity during the month left us with an increase of $3,128,793 and an ending balance of $157,087,197. And this last of the 3 is the Defined Contribution Trust Fund, which had a July 31st ending balance of $11,322,723. Activity throughout the month had a net increase of $422,838, leaving us with an ending balance of $11,745,561. And we had 2 contributions for your consideration for August, totaling $25,001. And the only other thing that I would point out is that in your packet is also the end of federal fiscal year summary of all of our apportionments and obligations. There's a 1-pager in your packet.
Okay. Thank you. I need a motion to approve those donations.
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Chapman? Aye. Commissioner Dill?
Aye.
Commissioner Dillingham?
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry?
Aye.
Commissioner Phelps?
Aye.
Commissioner Barwood?
Aye.
Commissioner Kane?
Aye.
Mr. Holden?
Okay, next up is consideration to vote to approve, amend, and reject the action, take other action on the dates for the 26th commission meetings as follows: January 5th, February 2nd, March 2nd, April 6th, May 4th, June 1st, July 6th, August 3rd, September 8th, which that is a Tuesday, and then October 5th, November 2nd, December 7th.
Move to approve.
Second.
Commissioner Chapman? Aye. Commissioner Dill? Aye. Commissioner Dillingham?
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry?
Aye.
Commissioner Phelps?
Aye.
Commissioner Barwood?
Aye.
Commissioner Kane?
Aye.
Commissioner Holden?
Okay, discussion of the appraisal and purchase of certain real property located in Payne County. which the commission by majority vote will decide to discuss in executive session pursuant to Title 25 OS 37B3, with any action thereon to take place through this discussion and consideration and vote in open session.
Move for executive session.
Second.
Commissioner Chapman? Commissioner Dill?
Aye.
Commissioner Dillingham?
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry?
Aye.
Commissioner Zelfs?
Aye.
Commissioner Barwick?
Aye.
Commissioner Kane?
Aye.
Commissioner Herzog?
Aye. All right. I'll entertain a motion to come back into normal session.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Chapman? Commissioner Dill?
Aye.
Commissioner Dillingham?
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry?
Aye.
Commissioner Zelf?
Aye.
Commissioner Barwick?
Aye.
Commissioner Kane?
Aye.
Commissioner Holden?
Aye. Okay, well, possible action regarding item discussed in executive session.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we authorize the director to purchase the property that was discussed and to execute any documents necessary for closing without further action by the commission.
Okay,
Second.
have a second?
Commissioner Chapman?
Aye.
Commissioner Dill?
Aye.
Commissioner Dillingham?
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry?
Aye.
Commissioner Zelf?
Aye.
Commissioner Barwick?
Aye.
Commissioner Kane?
Aye.
Commissioner Holden?
Aye. Okay, new business, Jim
Mr.
Bart.
Chairman, I've got an item of new business I'd like to discuss. I'm looking at that back wall back there. Does everybody see what I see? Nothing? We just had a duck stand contest. 41 entries. That's pretty good from all over the country.
Good ones, too.
And one of them, one of the runner-ups from Oklahoma, Michael Donahue from Broken Arrow. What I'd like to see is at least the top 10 displayed back there.
Okay.
I mean, these guys put out a lot of effort to participate in this contest, and I think we need to acknowledge them, and especially if they're from Oklahoma. So I'll make a motion that we display these. I'm not sure how long we display them, but let's display them at least for a couple meetings at least.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Second.
All right, got a second.
All right. Commissioner Chapman?
Aye.
Commissioner Dill?
Aye.
Commissioner Dillingham?
Aye.
Commissioner Mabry?
Aye.
Commissioner Zelf?
Aye.
Commissioner Barwick?
Aye.
Commissioner Kane?
Aye.
Commissioner Holden?
Aye. Okay, our next meeting will be, we're going to change this from December 1st to December the 8th. I think all the commissioners have thought that would work for them, so do we need to approve that or just announce it? But the next meeting will be December the 8th. And nothing else, we'll adjourn.